Alright, so this is our part two of our journey of what Brime is up to. And there's been quite a few updates that I think today's a good time to dive into and kind of explore. So, they've stuck with the name Brime because they said, or someone said, that people in the Discord liked it, and so they stuck with it. I think they shouldn't have stuck with it. And they should have, I don't know, they shouldn't have done anything, actually. They should have just deleted the Twitter account, in my opinion. There's been a few issues with them based on legitimacy. They were going to have an art competition. I think this is for some logos for them or something that they were doing. And they're going to give the winner, they say here, we're trying to pay the winner $300 with an expansion of paid employment. And then they canceled it. Kind of suspicious right there. I mean, look at this. Like, they don't have much going for them as of yet. They don't have anything really. And to have a contest like this to say we're going to pay someone $300 with paid, like, an expansion of paid employment, you're already spending more money than you've put into this own business. And I think the reason they canceled it was because they realized, shit, it's $300. And then also they've realized we're probably not going to have paid employment. Because right now they aren't making money. They don't have anything. And they blocked me on Twitter because I called them out and said that they're full of shit. They said, moving forward, we will no longer be posting here until we have more important stuff to share. They should have just started that from the beginning, because they were making memes and jokes about all this. They're trying to be one of those Twitter brands that were, like, funny and all, but the thing is, they aren't a brand. They don't have anything. So they can't be funny if you aren't, like, if you have nothing to back you up with, like. And, they did a test run of their domain named website, and I wasn't there for that, but apparently their test run was just to see the how it could handle it, and which I think makes no sense, because the way websites work isn't just based on people being on the website. Like, there's a lot of issues that, like, it's not just, oh, how many people can go on this website. Because a lot of websites can hold a great amount of people, but there are also other things that could crash a website. There's such thing as doing too many requests to a server, too many, too many loading things. Like, it's just one of those things that you can't just test by saying, okay, if 10,000 people went here, if it stays up, then we're good. It's like, no. If you have to test, okay, what if 10,000 people followed this one person, what would happen? It's not like, or if 10,000 people sent a message, what would happen? It's not the same. It can't. They claimed it as a strain test. It's not the same thing. It's nowhere in hell is it the same thing. As a programmer and developer myself, I know it's not the same thing. They also made claims that Twitch was responsible for the domain buys, because I guess they were trying to get a domain, and they made claims that Twitch was trying to buy domains so they couldn't get one. I think this claim or tweet is kind of ambiguous and kind of childish, because you don't have anything. Twitch already has a platform. And I don't think they're going out of their way to try and ruin whatever this site has, or whatever these people have. I don't think they could care at all. And so, the fact they made claim that this upcoming business is making claims that another service is going out to attack them or something personally, it's kind of out of pocket, really. There's no way that this company should have tweeted this. This isn't even a company. This is just some kid. They also poked fun at Ninja giving them their new motto, Brime Time. Ninja doesn't care about this site at all. He sees it all as a joke. He sees there's nothing that's going to come out of this site that Ninja is going to care about. Their strain test or whatever, was it 35,000, was that megabytes? It says million, it says M/unlimited M. And people are saying that I'll think of the name, but it just, WordPress. People are saying this was a WordPress site. If they're going for a WordPress site, they're not going to have a streaming service. You can't have a streaming service on a WordPress site. It doesn't work that way. I hate to tell you, but it just doesn't work that way. Good luck with that, though. Let's see what else. They said, also, to the people who call us not real, feel free to unfollow before the next post. Do us a favor. And then a gif of Tasmania. But, okay, I'm gonna have to cut that. But it says here, also to the people who call us not real, feel free to unfollow before the next post. Do us a favor. Deal with it. With Tasmanian Devil putting sunglasses on. What is, like, what do you run? You're supposed to be, like, professional here. You're trying to be a comedian at the same time. It just doesn't work. And, a lot of people have already, a lot of people don't believe them already now. People are calling them jokes. They've lost quite a few followers, 1,000 at least, which is, they actually lost almost 2,000 followers by looking at it now. And, they've been banning people off their Discords. They blocked me, and which, honestly, if you're gonna block people because you get hate, it just shows that you're not ready for a website. You're not ready to handle this kind of interaction with people. Why block people just because they say something? If I say you're fake, you need to prove it. Like, come on, like, if you blocking me is just admitting it. Like, come on, prove something. Like, I'm working on a website. I have 2 websites that I'm working on. One of them's already up live, and it's doing fairly okay, in my opinion. My other one's more bigger. It's my social media website, and I haven't advertised it or done anything with, like, publicizing it lately because it's not done. It's not ready for it. There's no backbone to it that I can put out there yet to say this is what's to come, because it's not done. I'm still working on it, and I hope to have it done by the end of this year, but I'm not out here advertising for it. I'll briefly mention it on my Twitter and briefly mention it elsewhere, but I'm not saying sign up now, it's ready. Like, it's not. It's in the process of being ready. But Brime is fake. I mean, this isn't anything newsworth. Like, it's not new to me, and it shouldn't be new to anyone else, but they're fake. Even though they claim they're real, they are fake. They don't have anything to prove, and they, like I said in the previous video, there's no, I think I said this, there's no market to put out, like, there's no market for a streaming service. You can't compete against Twitch. There is no way that another streaming service can compete against Twitch. There is no way that, it's just like there's no way that another video upload site could compete against YouTube, because it's impossible. There's no market. You're talking about going against billion-dollar companies here, and you think one small little company is going to beat it? No. No matter who you get, it's not going to beat it. Now, there is market for social media networks, because there is not one social media that dominates the whole area of it. So you can compete against all these other social media sites. Whether it does good or not depends on you. So that's what I'm saying is, you have to look for a market that's open and look for a market that you think you can do good in. And if you want to publicize a product or a site that you think can do well, and that requires research, that requires looking, like, most of it's research. You have to do your research. If you don't do your research, you're wasting your time. And clearly we can see Brime hasn't done their research. They'd rather jump on the gun, see that, oh, Mixer shut down and all, so let's get all the hype for it and get all the clout, and we'll make a promise that we can't keep. And that's clearly what they're doing. And some people in the replies are saying, oh, they only did this because Dr. Disrespect. No, this was because of Mixer. Once Mixer shut down, they created their account. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they're going to get in the end, but their end product isn't going to be what they're promising. They aren't legit. They haven't backed up anything. They've made, like, if they want to say, oh, the haters and all unfollow, if you wouldn't have haters if you had a reason. Like, or you wouldn't have haters if there wasn't a reason. You have haters because you aren't real. You haven't proved anything. You haven't shown people anything. And clearly no one knows what this is, because despite what is a streaming service or whatever, people don't realize that streaming service sites don't take a week to be built. It doesn't take a month to be built. And so people who do think this is real probably think, oh, we're probably going to get this pretty soon. We're not. If this is somewhat real, we're not going to get this until another year or more. Because I can already tell they don't have the money. They don't have any funds. And so, because if they had the funds, their contest wouldn't have been canceled. They had the funds, they would be able to already prove something. They would already be able to show, okay, this is real, we have this in the works. Like, they'd be able to show something. They don't have any funds. First, and the fact that they tried to hold a contest before they actually have a product baffles me. How are you gonna hold a contest and then say $300 for the winner? I don't understand. Why? How are you going to hold a contest just so you could scam people? Because sure, what if you gave them the $300? But at the same time, you might have not. There's a big chance you wouldn't have given them the $300. And there's a big chance that you wouldn't have given them the paid expansion or whatever. So they were clearly just trying to look for an artist for their website so they could come up with a design. But I'm sure, I guess in their Discord it got more complicated than that. So they were like, you know what? We don't know what to do, and we're just going to cancel it because they didn't know how to handle it. And it kind of just surprises me. It doesn't surprise me that they canceled it, but it surprises me that they even considered it. And they never tweeted out about their contest. Unless they deleted that tweet, I don't see a tweet where they said, we're holding a contest. Here's all the stuff. Here's the rules and all. They only tweeted that the canceling. And their tweet about it is kind of just, like, their first tweet says dash moderators. The second side note says dash Brime staff. Which is it? Who's running this Twitter account? The moderators? The Brime staff? Shouldn't these be the same people? And then it just doesn't make sense. It says, we meant no harm as we wanted to find talented people to work with in the future. Talk about in the future. Why are you holding a contest now? And first of all, why are you... This is proof of the first piece of evidence where I can say they didn't really promise, but they said something and it didn't come true because they backed up on it. So this is the first example of it, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come. Despite them blocking me, I can still see their tweets. I'm not dumb. I know how Twitter works. So we'll keep up, see what they're doing, And if we see some BS again, if it's enough, I'll make another video. I'll call them out on it. I'll say nothing but the truth here. And if they want to get angry or upset at me, they can either prove that they have something in the works, or they could just say, yeah, we don't know what we're doing. Because that's all it is. They don't know what they're doing. So keep an eye on them. I don't really care about them, but as a programmer and developer myself, this bothers me a lot, because it's sort of like an insult to what I do. It's an insult to what other people do. It's an insult to everyone, because this is basically a scam. Luckily, they aren't asking for money, so if they did, God, I don't think that, I don't know, it's just, if they did start asking people for money, that's the end of them. I can tell you that right now. People who donate to them, get your ass out of here. We don't need that. Don't support fake people. Thanks for watching.